Welcome to Mackenzie Creations. In this video, I want to continue with my Valentine cards, and I actually want to make my daughter up a loaded pocket. So I'm going to use this set that I had picked up from Tonic, and it's called Loaded Pockets Pristine Pocket Die Set. And when I purchased this from Tonic, it was on sale, and I didn't realize that it was a whole bundle with other dies that go with this. I'm still going to try to use this. I actually went to the Dollar Tree and picked up some items that I can put in a loaded pocket. So we'll use it and see how it works out. Okay, I am back, and I did not see any instructions to go with all of these dies right here. I did flip it over to the back, and even though like a lot of other things came in the bundle, it does say right here, this delightful die set includes 20 dies to create the main pocket element of your loaded pocket project. This must-have includes every die you need to build your very own loaded pocket, and even includes a selection of decorative element dies to personalize. So I have no idea how to use this. So I'm just gonna get some papers, and we'll try to put this together. Okay, I am back, and since I don't have any instructions and I'm kind of doing this on my own, I'm gonna just make up a template using some plain paper. So I grabbed this 12 by 12 paper pad that I have from Crafter's Companion, and I've actually had this a couple years, so I'm gonna try it on this first because I only have one 12 by 12 Valentine paper pad. So we'll try it using this first. So I picked out these pretty purples. So this is a light purple, and then it just gets a little bit darker. And then the next one, you can see I already used this, but then this is the darkest of the purple. I guess this would be like a pinkish purple. And so with the dies, I'm just going to literally get the big dies right here. So I'm going to get all of these off, and I'm going to cut these out. Okay, so I have this die right here, and then this is the second largest one. And then I have this to cut out the background. So I'm just literally, I don't even know what paper I'm going to use. I'm just going to cut these out, and obviously I'm going to have to use my electric machine for this. So let's see if this will fit on my regular plates. So I'm just taking the largest die, and it do fit on the regular plates for Anna Griffin. And so, yeah, I'll just get my paper cut down. And then for your plating, you're going to have your clear plate. And then I have my metal shim right here. And then I have my magnetic shim right here. And then I'm going to cut the paper down. So my paper will go on top of here, followed by your die. And you want to do it sharp side down. And then you put your other clear plate on top and run it through your electric machine. So I'm going to do that for all three of these dies, and I'll be right back. Okay, I cut out my 3 pieces already, but I just wanted to come back because I'm using this as a guide right here. So I think I'm going to have to cut out 2 additional dies. So let me just bring this up right here. So I'm going to cut out this piece right here. So I'm going to cut out this piece. And then I'm also going to cut out this as well. So I'll get these cut out, and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back, and I have all my pieces cut out. And so I'll just go through the pieces. This is the largest piece that I cut out. And then I cut out the second largest piece right here. And then this was the third largest piece. And then next I cut out this piece right here. And this is actually a Valentine paper pad that I had from last year. And this is by Beth Kingston. And so I literally took some scraps that I had. So I cut out that piece. And then I cut out this piece right here. And so these are the scraps that I used this from. I still have the paper pad. Let me just get it real quick so I can show you. So this is the paper pack from last year. and it has all these nice designs in here. But for this year, I just have one paper pad. Yeah, so I'm just literally looking at the pictures in here. And so this smaller piece right here is gonna go right here on this paper. Okay. And then for this piece right here, it's gonna go right here. So I'm gonna put this right here. And then I'll hold off on this. I'm not quite sure yet. So we'll hold off on this. So I'm just gonna hold these up. They have score lines on here. So I'm just gonna get these folded. And this as well, they have score lines. So I'm gonna get everything folded, and then I'll come back to see what we have to do next. Okay, so I folded everything that were on the score lines right here. And I probably should have glued this paper down before I scored the paper. But I'm just gonna go ahead and get this on here now. So I'm just gonna flatten this back out. And then I'm gonna take my Kaleo glue by Crafter's Companion. And this paper has both a large design, and then when you flip it on the back, it has the smaller design. So I think for this, I'll use the larger design. And I like to use this Kaleo glue because it gives you time to maneuver your paper around. Okay, that looks good. So I'm just gonna give it a few moments to set. And then we'll go ahead and do this as well. Okay, so I had to actually play around with these score lines, and I'm still not sure if I'm doing this right, but for the first score line, I bent the paper down, and then I brought it back up, and then back down. So it'll look like this. And so I did that for both sides because I'm looking at the picture. It looks like it's a gusset right here. So depending on how much things you're going to stuff in here, it gives you that flexibility. I can be totally wrong, but that's what I'm going to go with. Okay, so we're going to get all our pieces glued together, and we're going to start with the larger die right here. And full disclosure, you do have to play with these score lines, and so I did have to redo this piece because the bottom was not lining up right. So for your score lines, you're going to fold it the same way as I told you before. So I'm just going to open this back up. So you're going to fold it down, and then you're going to come up and back down. So you'll have your gusset right here. So let me hold that up. You'll have a gusset right here. So when you go to glue this back piece on here, you want to keep this exactly like this. You want to have it still folded. So it didn't work out because the paper wasn't lining up correctly. So you're going to keep this folded just like this. So I just want to test this out. Oh, that should stand okay. So you're just going to take your paper and put it right into this little fold line right here. And you're going to glue this down. So I'm just going to put a little glue right here. Okay, so I'm going to take my piece of paper and just stick it back in here. Make sure it's lined up. And then you're going to fold this over. And you can take your bone folder so you can help it stick. Okay, and so I'm gonna take some glue and I'm gonna get glue on the score line. That's the inside of the score line right here. So just on this little tab. So you really learn by trial and error, especially when there's like no instructions. Okay. I'm gonna take my bone folder and just try to get this glue to set here. I think I need a little bit more glue right in here. And don't worry if this gets sloppy, because you can cut out another back piece, which I'll do, so I can cover this up so no one will even see this glue. Okay, and then I'm just gonna do the other side. So I'm gonna get some glue on this inside tab right here. So I hope you can see that in the camera, but there's the glue right there. Okay. So I'm just gonna give this a few minutes to set, but I just want to show you. So when you glue all your pieces down, let me just turn this around. It'll look like this. So you'll have the bottom little tab glued down along with each side. And then you can see on the side, it should be a gusset, okay? And then when I turn it over to this side, it's a gusset on here. Then at the bottom, it's a gusset. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So I have my big piece all glued together. And so this is the loaded pocket right here that we're gonna load items into. And then on the back, I did put a another piece of layer down just to cover up all the glue that I did. So we have this done. So now we're gonna glue this smaller pocket on here. And so what you wanna do is you wanna make sure it's centered. So let me just see how this is going to go on here. Okay, so I want to glue it down just like this. So I'm just going to put some glue. This is going to be a little bit different. I'm just going to put some glue on this outer tab right here before we put it in the inside, because we was gluing it to the back of the paper. But for this piece, I'm just gluing it to the front of the paper. Okay, so I hope this works out okay. So I'm just trying to make sure it's centered. So I'm just gonna take a few minutes and let this set, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I think my bottom piece is okay. And you know, if you want to open it up, and you can just take your bone folder and go across this little tab right here. So you really want to make sure everything is glued down sturdy. Okay. And then the last piece of this is just gluing down the sides here. And so I'm just gonna put glue on both of the tabs right here. Okay, and I am just gonna hold this down for a few moments, let it set, and I'll be right back. Okay, we are all done, and this is the loaded pocket. So I'm just gonna hold this up so you can see it really good. And I'm just gonna turn it straight so you can see the inside of the pockets here. So you have two pockets that you can insert things into. And so, yeah, I really like this. And so we're going to get started with loading the pockets. There was other decorative items that you could have used with this set. So I'm not going to use these, but this would have been cute to go at the top here. So I think I'm going to make up some more of these. But for this pocket, I'm going to keep this as it is. I may add a few rhinestones at the end. We'll see after we stuff everything in the pocket. So I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. And so I have everything that I had picked up from the Dollar Tree. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my loaded pocket and I'm just going to play around with everything and get some things stuffed in here for my daughter. I even have some chocolate candies. So I'm going to do this offline. Just play around with it and see what I can get stuffed in here. And I'll come back with the final look of the loaded pocket. Okay, I am back and we're going to take a look at the final loaded pocket. And so I think my daughter will be very pleased with this. So for the loaded pocket design, I added some pink and red pom-poms at the top. And then I put these little heart sticks in here. And then I have a box of chocolate right here. And then I added a shaker card that I had made up. And so that'll go in a front little pocket right here. And then I have these cute little clips on here. And so I'll just take it off. These are so cute. So I put a red one right here and then a pink one. And on the front of the loaded pocket, I added a felt heart. And then I added rows of rhinestones on here. So I think this really came out cute. And then you're also able to stand this up. So it is able to stand up on the tabletop if you wanted to use it as decoration also. So yeah, I think I'll make a few more of these for other family members. So take care and see you in the next video.